So here we are on a beautiful winter's morning, somewhere in the northern suburbs, and I've got club member Mark Verbloot with us today, and Mark's got this beautiful SL he's going to tell us about. How long have you had this, Mark?
Just over a year.
And where did you find it?
Well, just at a local dealer up at the Northern Beaches.
Right.
Yeah, I was looking around for maybe a SL500, and the same particular dealership had one of those and also this one, and drove both of them, and this one was just in such good condition, and I liked it. I liked the colour combination, and thought it was probably a little bit cheaper to keep in the long term than SL500.
Right. I mean, had you had Mercedes before?
Oh yes, been driving Mercedes for probably almost 20 years now.
Oh.
E-classes, MLs, GLs.
And so you finally got into the sports cars?
Yeah, well, I wanted something to have fun, and I actually have always wanted a convertible. My wife wanted a convertible a long time ago when we were just going out, an MX-5, and we sold that probably more than 25 years ago now, but this is good to get back into one again.
And what year is this?
2002.
So this is the R230?
R230, yeah.
2002.
One of the first ones that came out.
Right, because they had Series 1, 2 and 3, didn't they?
This is the Series 1.
Series 1. Very comfortable seats there. Plenty of leg room in the front. Just some storage compartments behind the driver's seats and passenger seat. And do you know what this has got on the clock, Mark?
Yeah, so when I bought it, it had just around 75,000 Ks.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been well looked after. I've had to do the normal things to the car since I've got it, normal wear and tear, so control arms, a few ball joints, brakes, other bits and pieces. But other than that, it's been really solid, and I went for a decent drive a few weeks ago, a 1,000-kilometre Southern Tablelands tour with a group of people.
Oh yes.
And the car was put through its paces and performed beautifully, no issues at all with it.
Excellent.
And we have to do the roof on this car. You can't take the foot without the roof coming down on the car. Right?
All right. Okay, we'll hop in and let's have a look
ready,
at.
we'll do that.
At the.
It's always worth seeing how that does it. Okay.
I'll come around the other side, I think. Love the rego plate too. Mark's got his son Ollie just changing the oil on his E400. Oh, I see. So the boot comes up first. Up comes the roof. Into the boot space. Down goes the boot lid. And voila, you have convertible sports car. Now that didn't take very long, Mark.
I believe it's 16 seconds.
And can you do that, do you have to be stationary or can you do that on the run?
So in this one you have to be, but later on they came up with a enhancement where you could, I think, drive up to 25, 30 k's an hour and put the roof up.
Right, okay. Because I know Ollie's E400, for instance, if you've got the cabriolet version, you can drive up to 40 k's and put the roof up and down, but they are later models, 2000.
Well, actually, you can fit that enhancement, I believe, if you want to this car as well.
So it's an option.
Well, it's not. I don't know. I mean, it's an aftermarket thing, I believe.
Right.
And the only other thing this car has, it's a non-standard exhaust, so it does sound pretty good.
Oh, good.
It's got, yeah, I think you guys have heard the car in the club and often comment on. It's got a nice deep
burble,
V8.
yes.
Yeah.
So would it normally come with two pipes on either pipe on either side though?
Yeah, that's normal. That's standard. That's a standard configuration.
But it's just the actual exhaust.
The mufflers have been changed.
Right.
And so
improved, would you say?
I think it sounds really good. Yes. Yes.
Indeed.
Definitely noisier.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they sound okay in standard, but they are somewhat subdued and a bit conservative in their sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this
Right.
number plate I managed to get just. I was checking the Service Now website one day and looking for something a bit different for the car, and magically was searching for something like SL maybe 5000 or 51 or whatever it was, but this happened to be available.
Good Lord.
So I picked it up in December.
Oh, magic. Well done. So this has got the 5 litre V8 under the bonnet?
Do I have a look?
Yes, please.
Yeah, for sure.
Goodness me. It's a
5 litre V8, 225 kilowatt as standard. The M113 motor, which I led to believe is one of the more reliable V8s Mercedes have made recently. Should last hopefully many more years to come without anything major going wrong with it. You never know. So these ones have the suspension that is height adjustable,
Right.
the ABC, and they've also got the electronic braking system, which was, I think, a first for this particular generation car.
And were you using both of those aspects on your drive the other week?
All of the aspects were being used. The car was being pushed quite hard and performed really, really well. It's a very capable car. It's got
I'm sure.
very, very prodigious grip. Not as fast as some of the newer, turbocharged cars, but certainly more than enough power for most driving, and it's very enjoyable to drive.
And did your wife go with you on that drive?
She did. She was a fantastic passenger.
Wow.
If it was me, I would have been getting somewhat car sick due to the speed we were going, but she had no issue at all, and didn't seem too concerned at all, which was really nice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Bonus. Massive wheels.
Yeah, these are the AMG wheels. So they're not the standard SL500 wheels. These come on the SL55.
Oh, okay.
So they've got the front, I think, is a 235, and the rear is a 275. Maybe. Oh, so I'm being corrected there.
Right.
245 on the front, 285 on the back. So they're pretty wide.
Yeah.
And 30 series profile. And surprisingly, the ride is very soft and compliant overall for such low profile tyres. That's, I think, testament to the all-field suspension and what a good job it does.
Yes.
The bumps.
Well done.
Also, the ABC active body control does minimise body roll because it
Oh, this is the
changes
one where.
the pressure in each wheel as the corner. It's cornering, so it
So when you
really flat.
corner, the car dips, but you don't, or is it the other way around?
What happens is where there's additional force on the corner, which would normally cause the car to body roll, the oil pump and the ABC adds a bit more pressure to that side. They're keeping the car more level.
Good
So
Lord.
it minimises body roll, and you can really see it when you're driving the car. It barely moves at all from side to side.
Wow. And does that enable you to go faster?
Well, I guess.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course, like all things that are complicated, they do tend to go on these cars. I had to change one when I first got the car. So they're individual, it's a whole suspension unit which is filled with oil, and they are expensive. You can get the parts from overseas. They're around about $1,000, and you get, that's for the part itself. Of course, if you go to Mercedes, they'll probably charge you around $4,000 to do the repair.
Yes.
But that's a standard OEM part, which hopefully will last the life of the car.
Indeed.
But they're known to go on these cars, after a period of time. It's not uncommon.
Sure. Well, that's a beautiful car, a beautiful Mercedes, Mark. Congratulations on your ownership.
Oh, you want to start her up? And
Oh yes.
yeah, let's do that.
We might as well hear what she sounds like. We've got the exhaust, so we might as well listen to how it sounds. Giving us the full Monty here, isn't he? Roof up and down, exhaust noise. Here we go. Beautiful, Mark.
Yeah.
Sounds
a
wonderful.
little bit of attitude.
And yet it looks so innocent.
Yeah, look, it's been very well looked after. And by the way, I must say, one of our, I think it was the last tech day we did before the lockdown. We went to the place in Belrose.
Oh yes, PPG.
PPG, yes, and I bought their products. And I did the leather restore on the seats, and in fact the whole car, and it's come up looking beautiful.
Yeah.
Definitely made a big difference. So highly recommend it if anyone wants to use the treatment. I did it on a sunny day. Applied 2 coats of it, left it in the sun to dry
To warm up. Yes,
clean it all
good.
off. And it's come up really, really well. Really happy with it.
Yeah, good. Yes, I've heard some good reports about those guys. We did had a couple of tech days with those over the years, and it is good products. You know, if people like Matt Keane and others are using it, you know it's good stuff.
Yeah, I'd recommend it for sure.
Excellent. All right, Mark. Well, thank you very much for your time, buddy.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
See you guys.
Cheers.